It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And not just for the players, but for the fans as well. You know how energized they become when these two teams go at it.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Now Bridges, after Jalen Brunson missed it on that last three-pointer. 4 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's the 3. The rebound by Post. First quarter, just over a minute played. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Podziemski. Simmons inside. Shoots over Anunoby. No good from Simmons. Here's Christie. Puts up a 3. And the Knicks miss again. Simmons with it. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
First team foul.
Here's Russell. Outside, Simmons. To the inside. Post. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Outside, Towns. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
Pulls up, high post. That one a little long. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Here's Simmons. Off target at the rim.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Towns in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Towns has got 7 points. That's trailed by 3. Here's Simmons. Stolen by Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Christie. And another 3 for New York.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Screened by Russell. That's tipped. And stolen by Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Pass to Towns. Here's Simmons. Driving inside. And then Simmons slams it in.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Anunoby outside. Pass to Brunson. Anunoby outside. No good on the three. Nets trailed by 4. Bridges, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Simmons. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw this game. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. Fast break, here they come. Ahead. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Pass to Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Russell puts up a deep 3. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 3.
The Nets, 12.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And it's Clark in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Brunson. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Well, Precious Achiuwa, a guy who I think has a high upside. The reason I say that, he runs the floor. He's got tremendous athleticism. He's able to fit in around great players. He just needs to continue to work on his game.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Here's Watford. Bridges with the board. The Knicks with the lead. On deep, Brunson. The sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
And Schroeder trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Knicks leading by 5. New York moving it around. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. To the middle. Here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Wow, Kessler punishing the rim on that finish.
BB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
The Knicks making a switch here. New York leading by 5. Now Brunson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. The shot's good from Christie.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside, Simmons. It's rebounded by New York.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And the Knicks with possession. They've got a 13-2 run going. Over in the corner, McBride. Here's Christie, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to McBride. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For New York, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Christie. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Christie's got 14.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Brunson, left side. Anunoby outside. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. A steal. Inside. Over to the left wing. Brunson scanning the floor. Towns in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside, Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Nets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And so it's New York up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. There's the pick. Doesn't go that time. The Knicks leading by 12. We know Doris at Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well for the team, Even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Back to Anunoby. Over Simmons. Anunoby, no good. Nets trailed by 15. A nice shot by Simmons. Simmons got 14 points.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Pass to Achua. Here's Christie. He's defended by Podziemski. To the paint. The kick out to Towns. Stolen by Kessler. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Down low. Achua lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Now this is where Achua wants to operate. Nice close bucket.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Back to Simmons. And Brooklyn turns it over again. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Back to Achua. New York moving it around. Pass to Christie. Clock is at 3. Shot from the top of the key. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Simmons. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Nice! Brunson working inside.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pass to Brunson. Back to Achua. Hardaway with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Simmons inside the line. Knicks with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Towns wide open. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Here's Bridges into the lane.
You guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
The Knicks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year.
taking his game to another level.
Outside, Simmons. Shoots over Towns. No good from Simmons. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 14-point game.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Pass to Kolek. Over Russell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
The next 35.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. New York leading by 13. It's right on the wing. Here's Kolek. McBride with the ball. It's Robinson, top of the key. 5 to shoot.
Mitchell Robinson brings a level of toughness on a nightly basis. Love getting inside and seeing him invite the contact.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New York.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Pass to Kolek. Another shot. Brooklyn with the rebound. Stolen by Robinson. Now, here's Achua. From 13, Kessler with the rebound. Good try by Simmons. Robinson with the block.
Now, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Pass to Kolek. Six to shoot. Baseline jumper. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
Substitution on the
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Anunoby.
Such an active, skilled defender. OG Anunoby twice on the pipes.
New York moving it around. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Brunson outside. The 3-point answer provided by Brunson.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Out to the right wing. Russell with a wide open look. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Brunson. Bridges with it. Back to Brunson. Launches it. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 15.
One of the things you love about Jalen Brunson, he takes quality shots. How about that look from three?
Russell left side. Back to Simmons. Pass to Kessler. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway for three. Christie with the rebound. New York leading by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Knicks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jalen Brunson.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
And it's sent back by Kessler.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Bridges. Fires from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Simmons. He shoots again. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 31 points. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Brunson. Clock at 6. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Funny now we out to this, plus I got my moves all around me like an Oculus. Sandbox, a lot of this, certified they heard of us. We fell out the curves and as a murder got the word of us. Never let that burden us hit that triple the curve, but if they all get but I turn them back to Cerberus. And yes, I'm best case. Yes, I wreck chase. Forever cold hearted, you can check my first plate. Work until $1 million check fly next day, but I ever fall off and expect my.
I don't rest it off. Every festival, get down. I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all know best and y'all watch.